Morning, guys. It's Jeff with HKS Systems. Haven't talked to you in a couple weeks. Just been busy. I'm the one-man show, so busy. Didn't have time to do videos. But anyways, today we're going to be showing you, we're going to be putting in a continuous Roton hinge. Roton is actually a company that makes them, but continuous geared hinge. We're going to be doing this. Customer requested it. They ended up having pivots that broke and rotted off on the door, and they have these continuous hinges, which actually is the better solution, but they're a little bit more money, but you never really have to replace them once they're in. It's typically done once, set it and forget it. But so here's a couple tools that I want to be taking with. If you do these type of door installs, you should probably have these. This is the Trojan door holder. I think I've seen this in other videos I put on there. You basically just mount it on lay it on the ground. You could adjust that thickness, put the door in there so it sits straight up and down. Then it allows you to not have to worry about it falling over, because they're glass doors. They don't bounce very well. And then the other one, I just picked this up. I haven't even used it, to be honest with you. Have to use it today. It's the virgin try. So it's a door lifter. Put it on the ground, sort of pivots, hook that under the door, use your foot, lifts it up. Looks pretty cool. I've never used one. I used to use a crowbar to do that, but this looks pretty cool. The other part that's cool is when you lift that up, it pivots, so you could lift it out of the frame, spin it around, get it out of the opening, and move it a little easier. Anything that's easier for you on a work day, I would say buy it. If it's relatively inexpensive and makes your life easier, buy it. We will be back. If you're wondering what all the boxes are, that's my other hustle. Is I'm a huge guitar collector, so lots of guitars. But we'll be back. I'll update throughout the day with videos and pictures. Thanks. So this is what we got from showing up. Busted bottom pivot. Door actually is pretty straight for the most part, but we're just going to take that off, put a full Roton hinge on, just like they did over here. Theirs is a little rough, but that's all right. I can make mine look just that rough if easy enough. So we'll be back. All right, so he is all tore out in the bottom section. We're leaving there because that's what the guys did next to it. Typically I don't do that. I'll usually pull that out and put a cover on there, but matching what they have. So the one thing I always do, and you'll see I've got 3 little pennies. I'll tape them. A third of the top, 1 in the middle, and then 1 in the bottom. So you're going to have 3 pennies. What that's doing basically is giving you enough gap in between the door frame and the actual door itself. Just enough, literally just the thickness of a penny. So just enough. If you don't do it and it's metal to metal and they're really tight, sometimes the door will bind when it closes. So I always do that. Just piece of tape, tape 1, 2, and 3. All right, we'll be back. Alright, so as you're mounting these, it's no rocket science. Just try to get it up to the top of the level there. And you're always going to want to stay just to the side of that frame. So this is the frame. This is the continuous hinge. You can see I'm just proud of that. Literally, 1/16 of an inch. You could fudge it if you need to, but just try to stay just on that side of it, all the way down. And then just literally put your screws in, top to bottom, all the holes. All right, guys. So the door is hung. You can see the quarter 20 self tappers. Part of the deal with being able to get that square is knowing how to work that. So you need to put your airbags in there. Make sure everything's level. You can see it's nice and level on top. Adjust those airbags, then take at least a 3/16 inch piece of whatever, drill bit, just to make sure you have gap underneath the door, on the side of the door, and on the top of the door. since you have those 2 pennies in the frame already, it's not going to be a big deal. You'll always have clearance on that. And then the next thing is, once you get that all nice and tightly tuned, make sure everything's straight, because you're only going to get one chance. Don't screw up. You're going to put in those 1/4 20 self-tappers, and then these bigger ones, they come with these self-tapping little center markers, so it's perfectly machined. This one's really rusty. I've had this forever. Perfectly machined to sit in there, so it's nice and tight in there. You can see it won't even come out. Perfectly machined to fit in there. You tap it with a hammer. That'll mark your center for the holes. Drill those through, and then those are going to be the through holes, just as in these guys. That company didn't do all of them. I typically don't do all of them either. It's usually just 2 on top, 2 on bottom, maybe 1 or 2 in the middle. But I'm going to make it look exactly like theirs, so they sort of went weird. 2 in the bottom, 1 in the middle, 1 sort of halfway, and 2 in the top. So I'm just doing what they're doing, so it looks consistently uniform. All right, we'll be back. You know it, guys. I can't vouch for this tool enough. Perfectly straight through the door. The drill jig made to keep your drill bit totally level through the door. Time saver. Do it. 15 bucks, 20 bucks. It's well worth it. All right, guys. So we're all set here. We got perfectly in line there. Perfectly in line there. Nice and even with the other door that's pre-existing. Nice and square. And everything is nice and tight. Perfect. So, if you need service for this, give us a call. HKS Systems Lock Safe. If you're in the area, 450 bucks installed. If you're not, give us a call. We'll give you a quote. Thanks. Bye.